Alright, what's up guys? Today we're going to be talking about old men. If you go to the gym, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about, and if you don't, consider yourself lucky, I guess. Even though I recommend that everyone goes to the gym, this is probably like one of the only downsides. For those of you who actually go to the gym, you've probably been to the locker room. Every gym has one. Now, the locker room is like the fucking gulag of the gym, okay? You'll never know what you're gonna expect. That's what happened to me this morning, okay? I was caught off guard. Let me set the scene for you guys real quick. So I just finished my workout, right? I walk into the locker room, and the first thing I see is a double meat sandwich. Number 7 from Arby's, extra protein, and there's 2 of them, okay? And in case you're wondering, I'm not talking about sandwiches. And dude, I've been to the locker room before, and this was a first for me. I've never dealt with this before, and I'm honestly kind of traumatized, which is why I'm even talking about this. I feel like maybe it'll help me if I get this off my chest. So first things first, like I said before, it was a double meat special, an extra protein type shit. 2 dudes were just fucking standing in the locker room naked having a conversation. Definitely wasn't a foot long. It honestly looked kind of expired, but you catch my drift. And this is why it was so traumatizing. Usually it's just one wrinkly shriveled meat at a time, okay? There's one guy naked, maybe 2, but they're doing their own thing. You know, they're getting dressed, they're getting ready, leaving the gym, getting ready for whatever they're doing in the locker room. Bro, these motherfuckers were shooting the shit. They were chopping it up, just fucking naked. And you have like the physical aspect, right? Like the meat physically being there. And then you got the mental aspect, which is honestly even worse, okay? Like, these motherfuckers were standing there like they own the place, okay? There are people of all sorts of ages and races and backgrounds walking into this locker room, and these 2 fucking ancient fossils are just standing in the dead center having a conversation, butt fucking naked. I know I already said that, but I just have to say it again. Like, I know that's not against any type of rules, but like, what the fuck? Can we have some, like, common courtesy? Maybe a little bit of self-respect or respect for the other people using the fucking locker room? Now, don't get me wrong, okay? Getting naked in the locker room isn't weird. That's what a locker room's made for. What is weird is standing in the middle of the locker room flaunting your fucking wrinkly chode for everyone to see, while also having a conversation with another naked, wrinkly old man who's also showing off his meat for everyone to see. Now, I do want to clarify, these guys weren't, like, drying off or changing or whatever. Like I said before, they were just standing there fucking naked, just shooting the shit, having a good time. It was almost like a power thing. Like, yeah, our dicks are out. What are you gonna do about it? And I know they weren't trying to do this, but it was honestly disrespectful. Like, this is just as much my locker room as it's your locker room, bro. Like, what gives you the right to flaunt your fucking Arby's, like, 6 meat sandwich? Like, yeah, I can do that too, but I have the respect to only do that when I have to. And we got a 2-for-1 special. Like, there's 2 of them. I already said that. It was honestly demoralizing. In any other situation, if a guy had his dick out in front of me, I'd fucking knock him out. But I couldn't. They legally were allowed to do this. They legally were allowed to flaunt their meat to everyone in the locker room. Like, it's one thing if you're actively making progress to leave the locker room and while you're doing it, you're also happen to have a naked conversation, I guess. But they weren't doing that. Now listen, okay? I'm not a bitch, okay? I can handle a penis. Pause. If I happen to see a penis in the locker room, it's not gonna ruin my day. I'm not gonna be a bitch about it. But when it comes to old wrinkly dudes literally like rubbing it in my face, dude, like, pause again? It's just like, dude, like, come on, bro. Like I said before, they were like in the front, okay? It was like they were doing this on purpose. Like, there was no way to miss it. You couldn't. It was right there. Boom. Face full of cock the moment you walk in the locker room. And that story is why I'm actually making this video, because I've only ever seen this with absurdly old men. Now, I am aware that since they're older, they grew up in a generation where that was normalized. People would just be naked in the locker room chopping it up. Here's the thing. Okay, this isn't fucking 1960. Times have changed. It's time to grow up. Or actually the opposite. And it's not like they weren't doing other modern things. They had phones, they had fucking AirPods, they weren't listening to music on vinyl. So, bro, like adapt to the fucking circumstances. Slavery used to be a thing, but we fucking put an end to that. Do old people still use maps? No, they use a GPS. Like, why is this the one thing that they want to hold on to? Like, you can't just drop this habit for the sake of, like, my mental health? Don't you want the future generations to be the best they can possibly be? How the fuck am I supposed to do that when every time I want to work out, I see old wrinkly penis in my locker room? Like, no one my age is doing this. No, like, 30-year-olds or 40-year-olds are doing this. It's really just, like, once you hit, like, that 65-year-old mark. Once you're old enough to be wrinkly and have a fupa, that's when, like, they just start doing it. And, you know, the worst part is how do I say this without sounding gay? It's not the best quality meat, okay? I'm straight, I don't like penis, but if I walk into a deli, I'm gonna choose the best ham, okay? The roast beef. What I'm not gonna do is choose like the fucking expired tuna fish in the back. Tuna fish can still be there, don't get me wrong, he's not hurting anyone, but if the workers start rubbing it in my fucking face trying to get me to buy it, I'm gonna get a little bit pissed. And that's what these old men were doing. They were taking the tuna fish and rubbing it in my fucking face. Now, granted, I wouldn't want any meat rubbed in my face, but the tuna fish is the worst of the bunch, you know what I'm saying? By the way, we're still not talking about sandwiches. And it's like, why do you even want to show me that, bro? There's nothing to be proud of. I had this one friend who had an abnormally large penis, and for some reason, he would want to show me videos of him having sex with other girls. And I'd be like, no, dude, I don't want to see your penis. But understandably, he wanted to show off his large penis. These guys have wrinkly fucking chodes. Now, is wanting to show off your penis healthy behavior in the slightest? No, I'm not saying that. But I'm trying to make some sense of it, okay? Because that guy had incentive. My friend had incentive to show me his penis. These guys don't have any. What the fuck are you showing off? Like, your goddamn, like, what, fucking, like, dandelion penis? Like, if you were just walking around the locker room dragging your 12-inch meat behind your legs, like, I understand it, okay? You have a fucking large penis. Like, in every situation where I've had to witness an old man's penis, they've never had, like, anything impressive. Like, I'm sorry, no homo. Is that weird? I'm not looking. I'm not searching for it. I'm just saying from my, like, fucking data. Let me clear the air, okay? All I'm saying is that out of all the times I've involuntarily seen an old man's penis, it's just never been big. Never. Which is why I am stating this, okay? I do not like penis. Which actually perfectly transitions into my next point, which is why I think they do it. 1, they might just be fucking gay. Obviously, that's not the case for all of them, but some of them might just be gay, and they enjoy that locker room environment. Another reason, they're old as shit. They don't really care. You think a Vietnam veteran's gonna care if you find his sweaty ballsack gross? No. What are you gonna do? Give him a dirty look? He's probably seen the most heinous shit in his lifetime. He doesn't give a fuck. You ever heard of the term zipperhead? It's a slur for Asian people. You know where it comes from? During the Vietnam War, we would get our prisoners and we would run them over with fucking tanks and leave a zipper in their head from the tread of the tanks. But either way, do you think any motherfucker who was leaving zippers in people's heads during the war cares if you find his penis gross at Planet Fitness? No. And honestly, I guess that's like the only valid reason. Like, if you're a veteran, you've served the country, and you just don't give a shit anymore, honestly, you deserve it. I can respect that. If walking around a locker room naked is truly what you desire, I'll let you do that. And last but not least, boredom. They might just want to feel something. You can't really do much at that age. Maybe it's fun for them. Maybe they get a kick out of it. They see like your tiny micro expression when you walk in the gym and get a double meat combo right there and then, and they're like, ha! That was funny. We just traumatized that kid. And that's honestly what I think it is. I really think it is. It has to be that. Because when you're butt-ass naked, standing like this, talking to someone in the locker room, like, come on, that has to be on purpose. There's no way that's not on purpose. Like, you have to be self-aware. There's no way you don't know what you're doing. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed my story and my rant about my non-consensual double meat combo. Moral of the story, there is none. Just fucking make sure that, just be prepared every time you go into a gym locker room. If you liked the video, subscribe. If you didn't, fuck you. If you haven't already, go join the Discord. I'll put it down below. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much the video. Peace out.